Hari Om, Bhagavad Gita, chapter 12, verse 15. Bhakti Yoga, that is path of devotion. Bhagavan Krishna, in the last two verses, 13 and 14, said, who is the devotee who is very dear to him? Bhagavan said, a devotee who never hates anybody, any being, who is friendly to all, who is compassionate towards the sufferings of the people, who is free from attachment and ego, who maintains his mental balance in Shuga and Dukkha, who forgives all the others, whoever commits any mistake, he forgives everybody, ever contented with what he has, always unites with Bhagwan, self controlled, having a firm conviction, the one who has surrendered his mind and intellect to him. He is the one who is very dear to Bhagavan Krishna. That is what Bhagavan Krishna declared in verses 13 and 14. Now verse 15. Yasmannotpijate lokaham lokannotpijate chayaham harsha marshabhayotvegaihi mukto yassacha me priyaham. Bhagavan says in this verse, the one against whom people have no fear, not only people, even animals, they do not have any fear against him. And that devotee has no fear of the beings of this world. The one who is free from joy, envy, and fear or anxiety. Such a devotee is very dear to me. That is what Bhagavan Krishna says in verse 15. Again, wonderful explanations given by Swami Dayananda Saraswati and Swami Chinmayananda. Swami Dayananda Saraswati, what he says is, Yasmat na udvijate lokaha. The one because of whom people do not get disturbed, agitated, or they get fear. Then further the sloka says, Lokat na udvijate chayaha. That is, he also does not get disturbed, agitated, or gets fear because of the world. That is, people or animal, whoever it is. He has no fear of the world, and the world has no fear of him. Swami Dayananda Saraswati says, he is not afraid of the world alone. That alone is not enough. Because a tyrant, let us say Hiranyakashipu type, he is also not afraid of the world. But world is afraid of him. So, in this verse, both the conditions have to be satisfied. He is not afraid of the world, and the world is also not afraid of him. Both conditions must be satisfied. Swamiji says, generally for people like us, the smiles and frowns of others, that will make us happy or unhappy. Swamiji says, you can be disturbed by others only to the extent you allow the world to disturb you. Wonderful. Again, I repeat this. You can be disturbed by others only to the extent you allow the world to disturb you. According to Swamiji, Swami Dayananda Saraswati, this is because of the fundamental notion of sense of imperfection. In all of us, it is centered in us. This is the basis for all the disturbance. This devotee or this jnani is free from the sense of imperfection. This jnani knows that the body and mind are imperfect, but not the self. Body and mind are anatma, which is mithya. Self is satya, from which the body and mind draw their very existence. In the wake of this knowledge, This devotee or jnani is not disturbed. The second meaning given by Swami Dayananda Saraswati is that this jnani does not worry about what others think of himself. You are responsible for all your emotions and actions and not of others. What the other fellow thinks about you, you need not have to bother. This jnani is not bothered. You think of him as a rascal, he is not bothered. You think of him as God, he is not bothered. The third meaning given by Swami Dayananda Saraswati is a sannyasi takes a vow of ahimsa so that the world is not afraid of him. Swamiji says this is again a qualification of a sannyasi. When a person takes sannyasa, he declares to the world that no being, starting from plant to ant and ant to devas, need not be afraid of him. He will observe ahimsa in letter and spirit. Not even by heart he will hate anybody or hurt anybody. He has no ahankara. He has the knowledge that self is akarta and abhokta. That is, self is not doing any action and he is not the enjoyer of those actions also. Swami Dayananda Saraswati says, if you do not gain this knowledge, you can only improve your tolerance level. That much only, that is not bad. You have to improve that also. That is, for people like us, we can improve our tolerance level and achieve the highest level. But for a jnani, it is by his own nature, he will follow ahimsa. Jnani is free from elation, intolerance, fear and anxiety. He quotes Adi Shankara, who says, joy is indicated by horripilation and shedding of tears. That is, horripilation means we all know. We have seen already Arjuna twice had horripilations. That is, you get excited, so much excitation. Your hairs on your body stand like soldiers. That is called horripilation. All of you may know, but I am telling this again. This one can see when a sports person wins a gold medal. He immediately cries a lot. He falls on the ground, kisses the ground, turns around, cries, everything. The devotee knows and understands if there is joy, the opposite of that is not far away. Jealousy, according to Swamiji, if somebody has got good qualities, you disregard those qualities and try to find fault. Amarsha is combination of Matcharya, that is jealousy, Mada Matcharya, we used to call in Tamil. So it is jealousy and Asuya, that is finding fault. Both this combination results in Amarsha. Then fear, Swami Dayananda Saraswati says, the more you are aware of Bhagwan's role in your life, the more you find you are able to relax. Everybody, these are all not meant for any single person. If everybody examines his life, he will find the role of Bhagwan is more in his life than his own efforts. Fear comes because of Dvaita. That is two. The only one thing which you are not afraid of is yourself. The example I can think of is we cannot keep ourselves outside our bedroom. You cannot push yourself outside the bedroom and lock yourself inside the bedroom because you are not afraid of yourself only, which is not possible. You cannot push yourself out of the bedroom. All others, we keep them out. For self, there is no second thing. Everything has its being in self. Hence, he is not afraid of anything. That is what Swami Dayananda Saraswati says with regard to this verse. Swami Chinmayananda says, a devotee neither agitates or disturbs this world, nor gets disturbed by the happenings of this world. Why? He is joy unto himself and he spreads joy to others. People, in fact, go to him, sit silently to get peace of mind because he is radiating joy. In his presence, they get peace of mind and forget their everyday troubles. Even today, there are Shringeri, I can say. If you go and sit in the hall, you get peace of mind. Kanchi, everywhere. There could be any number of sannyasis whom I may not know also. So, in their presence, you will definitely get peace of mind. He is one from whom the world has nothing to fear. He is not afraid of the world, even if the entire world is against him. This is very important because some of the opinions of the acharyas or gurus that may not be liked by the world, that may not be, they will say, no, no, sir, this will not apply to the 21st century. But they are not afraid of this world. A true poet and a true sannyasi, both are not afraid of this world, of the opinion of this world. Whatever is the truth, they will say straight away on your face. They are not afraid. No one can compel him to compromise on his values. This is very important. People cannot put pressure on him and say, you please change your opinion. The threat may be severe, even death. Even then, that sannyasi or a jnani or the devotee, he will not change his opinion. Swami Chinmayananda says, this devotee has freed from all agitations of the mind, that is, joy, envy, and fear. That is what the second sentence in this sloga says. Harsha Marsha Bayot Vegaihi. He says joy, envy, and fear. All the three is freed from all these three. According to him, these three emotions are related to one another. It is not a separate word. They have a connection. He says, first he explains the joy. My joy depends upon a thing or being in this world. I always dependent for my joy on something else outside the world. I plus my money or my car. I plus my house. I plus my wife. I plus my family. This is my joy. Swami Chinmayananda says, if your joy depends upon the outside world, then sadly you will never be happy. This is point number one. Two, how envy comes out of that joy. He says, every time you get what you desire, then you are not happy with that. You look around and see that somebody who, in your opinion, he does not deserve anything, gets more than what you get. If I get 1,000 rupees, then I should be happy. I prayed for 1,000, I got 1,000. But I will see around and see the neighbor is getting 1,100. It makes me unhappy. That is, jealousy comes into your mind. Example I can think of, please note, is you work hard in the company, extremely good worker, but you get only 6% annual increment. Your colleague, according to you, he never works, comes late to the office, chit chats, enjoys, put butter to the boss, etc. He gets a promotion. You become jealousy of that person. So you are not happy even though you got 6%, what you wanted, or 8%. But you are unhappy because of the jealousy. So now the happiness is turned into jealousy. Then fear. If you have too much wealth, then fear normally comes in. How? Swamiji beautifully explains this. Suppose a person is very poor. Let us assume. He prays to Mahalakshmi to give him some money. And Mahalakshmi also grants him. Okay, he gets what he wanted. He is happy. But unfortunately, he sees his neighbor who was very poor. He enjoys a little more money. As I said, you get 1,000, he gets 1,100. He gets jealousy. And then he goes and again prays to Mahalakshmi. She gives her blessings. This time he buys a small piece of land. He puts a fence around that land. Again he makes a prayer. Again more money. Now a compound wall. Again prayer. Again more money. He puts a 6 feet compound wall with small pieces of glasses on top, so that the thief or somebody should not jump into there. Again prayer, again more money. He increases the size of the compound wall to 9 feet with barbed wire fencing. Then there are two security guards, or two or four or six, whatever, depending upon the house. Then he has a board outside his house: "Beware of dogs." Some more money. He suspects all his relatives, friends, and visitors. He thinks everybody is coming to him to take out his money only. That is why they are coming to him. Otherwise, nobody comes to him. That is the way he thinks. Finally, he enters a room and locks himself up and afraid to meet anybody in this world. He will not attend the phone, he will not do anything. He is locking himself up. It is a jail made by himself. If you are not able to believe this, if you think it is a story, Swami Chinmayananda quotes Howard Hughes, a multi-millionaire. Even today you can see that in the Google. Howard Hughes, a multi-millionaire, who lived 22 years in a single room, locking himself up, fearing the world. Was a multi-millionaire. He could have enjoyed this world. He locked himself up in a single room. So he quotes that person. Swamiji finally says, "This devotee is a giver of happiness rather than a beggar of happiness." So you don't think happiness is only from money. Money, if you go on increasing your money, finally you will end up in a single room, in a solitary confinement room. That is what Swamiji says. My view is, even though very little, because it has been wonderfully explained by the Swamijis, if I think today why there is so much of unrest in this world, everywhere, every nook and corner, for one reason or other, there is strike, shooting, stone throwing, looting. You switch on the TV, everywhere you can see. This is the news. Otherwise, there is no other news in this world. The reason seems to me is that internally we are not happy. Why internally we are not happy? Every one of us wants more. Whatever we have, we want extra. We want to acquire, possess, and enjoy everything, excluding all the others of this world. That is why there is unrest. Since everyone is having the same feeling as we are having, there is internal unhappiness which gets reflected in the external world. On the other hand, this devotee is ever contented with whatever he has. He thanks Bhagwan Krishna. Hare Krishna, you have given me such a wonderful life. What else I need? That is the way he thinks. He does not want anything from this world for his happiness. He does not depend also. He is happy with himself. He does not look upon the world as a competitor to himself. The moment somebody is not a competitor, the world also feels that this fellow is not a danger to my happiness, because he is not going to take what I want. Hence, the world has no fear of him, that he will rob away their happiness. And this devotee has no fear of this world, because he does not even expect anything from this world. So now you understand when I said the only person whom you will not put outside and then sleep inside is yourself in a bedroom. So that is the crux of this. There is a Tamil saying, "Podum endra maname ponseyyum marundu." That is, a contented life is the happiest life that one can have, and it is the greatest medicine for all the troubles of this life. That is what that saying says. Podum endra maname ponseyyum marundu. Again, verse 15. Yasmannotpijate lokaha lokannotpijate chayagha harsha marshabhayotvegaihi mukto yassa cha me priyagha. Next verse we will see tomorrow. Hari Om. Sarvam Krishnarpanamastu. Narayana 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 Narayana